Hello everyone and welcome back to another stream. As it says, this is just a random late night stream. I planned on doing this yesterday originally, but things happened. So we're doing it today. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of be chatting about one of my MLP future AUs and the family tree I've kind of made for that AU. Late night stream? Yes, late night stream. But we're just gonna be chatting about that stuff and also maybe doing a little art on the side. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we'll also there's something else I was gonna say and I just don't remember. God damn it, you ADHD, you bitch. But yeah. And we're gonna just hope that the DMCA free playlist of Halloween music that I found is actually DMCA free.
Father of grub. I crave cheddar.
Did that play like it was supposed to? I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell from my end if that played like it was supposed to or not. Also, you don't get cheddar. You don't have cheddar. It played fine? Okay. As long as it worked, that's all good. It's all good. But too bad you don't get any cheddar. Hi, goodbye, Pony. Welcome to the stream. I'm really hoping that this music is actually DMCA free because that's going to be yuck otherwise. But we're gonna mainly focus on the first half.
But father, the cheddar. I have a mighty need.
I don't care if you have a mighty need. We don't have cheddar at the house. But we're just basically gonna go through the family trees, discuss a bit about it, and maybe drum. I don't know, we'll see. But we're just gonna start with the smallest family tree here, which is Fluttershy's family tree, the Shy family, where we have I really hope this is actually reasonable. I can't really tell on my because all the screens looks like it's working all well. But we first have the Shy family, which I decided to give a name to Mr. and Mrs. Shy. Since just which I cannot need to hear myself twice. But who don't really have names. So but we have Petunia Shy and Cumulus Shy, who are the parents to Fluttershy and Zephyr Breeze. Which I find it really weird, like how some characters were carrying their parents. I'm here looking in chat like a fart. Enjoy your time lurking. But I find it really weird that some of the MLP universe parents carry last names, but others don't. Like, we have Mr. and Mrs. Cake, who carry the Cake names, and we have, like... Yeah, I always found the naming system in MLP weird. Like, it doesn't completely make sense. It really doesn't. Like, Mr. Shy and Mrs. Shy, like, they carry the last names throughout. But, like... Then we have other characters, like Twilight's family, who don't carry the last names throughout. And it's just like... How's the last naming system work? How's the naming system all work? Then we question, like, does Celestia give the children their names? I don't know. But anyway, that's an intense discussion for another day of how the hell does the series behind the naming system in Equestria. But to the I would imagine that they can also choose whether or not to take the name or not. I would think so, but still makes me question it. Like, do we ever have a... That's a neat concept, actually. It would be. Like, you're given a name because, like, Celestia has some way to see, like, what your special talent is. But then later on the line, like, you can choose to reject the name if you want to. But to get into more of the family tree, with Fluttershy, we have Discord and their daughter, who I'm not quite sure what I want to name her yet. Like, I've had ideas. Get out of here, Ad. We don't need you here. But I've had ideas for what like a couple names could be based off of like harmony and other stuff. But like, I haven't come to a definitive name that I'm like, yeah, I think that'd be a good name. But then we have Zephyr Breeze and Tree Hugger, which I saw it. The reason I love the ship of Tree Hugger and Zephyr Breeze is because I saw a YouTube short at one point that brought up the ship and how like Zephyr Breeze would be trying to impress Tree Hugger and that Tree Hugger would just not care. And like ever since then I'm like, I love the idea of her just slowly teaching him to mellow out on like needing to prove himself and just the two of them chilling. I love the idea of their ship, honestly. It's much better than him still trying to go for already. Never reached a Tree Hugger is an interesting step, not gonna lie. I never heard of it, honestly. I could see it. Yeah, I never heard of it either, and like for the longest time I was like, I don't really want to ship Zephyr Breeze with anybody, given how he like treats Rainbow Dash, but then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, actually, it would be an interesting concept for Chill Pony like Tree Hugger to slowly bring Zephyr Breeze like to be kind of like his anchor in a way. But yeah, they have a daughter, and I have drawn a first draft of their daughter. Let me go deep sea diving to find it. Don't mind the cringed over pictures. Because I got back into base editing for a bit, and I need to finish up these designs and like review some of them, because I do like the concepts and ideas behind this one, but it could be better. Could be better. Could always be better. But yeah, I don't have a name for her yet either, because I'm just not super great with MLP names. But Yee, the Shy family is like the most condensed of all of the families, because they're just pretty much, they keep themselves. But going back to the family trees for a second. Going back to the family trees for a second, we then go to the Sparkle family. And we have a couple of things to go off of here. First off, obviously we have Twilight, Velvet, and Nightlight, which I totally forgot that Twilight's mom was also named Twilight. That is so weird to me. I did not remember that Twilight and her mom shared a name. But we obviously have Twilight, Shining Armor, and Spike, who are obviously all siblings, all that fun stuff. Then we have, I know it's like a kind of popular / negative popular sort of ship with Twilight and Flash Sentry, but honestly, even if it's like super popular here on the ship, I do find it kind of sweet of them like being together. Which I will say, like, this is just my normal AU I go to for next gen. I am still a big shipper of things like Pinky Dash, Wi-Fi, stuff like that. And I do have a poly AU, which I will get into later for all that kind of stuff. But this is just this AU, which is grounded in both somewhat common ships and crack ships. So just getting that out of the way for everyone here. But they have 2 kids. Again, not super great with names yet, so I still have to come up with some ideas. But then we obviously have Shining Armor and Princess Cadence, and I just decided to add Princess Cadence and like Princess Celestia and Princess Luna being. It's kind of complicated if they're like actually her aunt or if they're just like kind of adopted aunts. I've never really understood which one they are. But yeah, it also goes for the same for Blue. I have no idea where he falls in this wider range of randomness. But then we have their canonical daughter, Flurry Heart, and their son, who, at least for the time being, I've named Gilded Star. That name's subject to change, but like I like it right now, so that's what the name is, at least for now. But the main change, I don't know. I make no promises. But after them, we have Spike, and honestly, ever since the episode came out, I love the idea of Spike and Gabby being in a relationship. I honestly love it so much, because like, not only did the ship tackle like Spike moving on, like starting to move on from Rarity really well in my opinion, like also they're just so sweet to each other about being pen pals and everything, and I can see them totally like growing attached, starting to grow a relationship with each other later on down the line. But yeah, the Shy family and the Sparkle family are probably the 2 most condensed because of a few reasons. But after them, we get into the mess that is all the other main 6 family tree. So starting simple, we have Scootaloo, the daughter of Maine Allgood and Snapshutter, with her aunts Holiday and Lofty. Like, simple, easy, kind of little corner of the family tree there, and the adopted daughter of Windy Whistles and Bohoof, which I feel like later down the line that those 2 would actually like full on just go, you are also our daughter now. Like, I don't know what legal system you would have to go through in Equestria for adoption, but I feel like they do that for Scootaloo. And they would probably have some choice words for Snapshot and Allgood. Like, they would have choice words for how they treat their daughter. But after them, we have Rainbow Dash, who in my world did date Soren for a bit. So this is kind of a so this would have been before we get the jump to the future. And originally Rainbow Dash would have dated Soren because she like would have thought she had feelings for him, but later on realized that she just wasn't really interested in guys at all before going on to date and later marry Applejack. Because I feel like I see 2 possible routes honestly with Rainbow Dash. She either just like goes from the beginning that she's just not into guys, or where did you get this music, by the way? I just searched up DMCA music on Spotify. I was just like, free Halloween music, and now I'm just hoping that it actually works in my favor. But like, I feel like the breakup would have been like mutual, kind of, because I can also see Sword realizing that like after dating Rainbow Dash that he was gay. So the 2 were kind of each other's awakening in a way of like, yeah, we like the same gender, and then they just bond over that shit. I should really look into Spotify. I'm indifferent to Spotify because like I do like it for a lot of things. It makes stuff like using music easier because I don't have to worry about YouTube ads and all that, but like, it's pricey. Pricey as shit. But jumping quickly over to Rainbow Dash and Applejack, they have 3 kids. One of them who has a set name, which is Starburst Zap. Her name was originally Starburst Dash, so I occasionally accidentally call her that, but her actual name is Starburst Zap. And the reason I never Starburst Zap is like the most of the MLP next gen that I've been able to like solidify a solid story for, including her cutie mark, which is basically that like after Rainbow Dash and Applejack got sick during one of these Zap Apple harvests, and it seemed like they weren't going to be able to get enough Zap Apples in time, Starburst decided that he was going to spend overtime working to try to get as many Zap Apples as he could. And she's not as strong as her mom or as fast as her other. She's not as strong or as fast as either of her parents, so she's always felt kind of out of place. But she decided that she was going to give everything she could to at least try to help with the Zap Apple harvest. And she actually managed to get a lot of the Zap Apples, despite like she was able to clear up almost the entire field of the rest of the Zap Apples, which managed to save the Zap Apple harvest for that year. And she also got her cutie mark. Because she was stronger than Rainbow Dash due to some of the Earth Pony blood, and was also faster than Applejack. And with enough of it combined together, she was able to get all the Zap Apples and get her cutie mark. I still have to draw her, but I love her and I will defend her with my life. She also has 2 younger siblings who I have yet to come up with stories for. I just know that, like, I wanted her to have 2 younger siblings that she would kind of just treat as nuisances, but would still love. But before hopping over to her boyfriend, we're gonna hop over to Applejack's family tree, and oh boy! This is where I went overboard. So obviously Applejack is the sister to Big Macintosh and Apple Bloom. And going over to Big Macintosh for a second, he is in a relationship with Sugarbelle, and they have a child who apparently is just named Big Sugar. And I don't know what name to give him yet, but yeah, he had, obviously there's Big Sugar, who's canonical at the end of the series. And then going over to Apple Bloom for a second, I couldn't help myself, so I made a poly relationship in this world. I physically could not help myself, send help. But I believe that Apple Bloom would have dated Tender Tap for a bit. And when Tender Tap started taking off his career more and was able to start traveling more, she would originally try to be like, yeah, this is fine, I'm cool if you taking off more, but would slowly realize that, like, this isn't, long distance relationship just doesn't work for her. And, like, also it is theorized that Granny Smith died because she wasn't around in the final episode series. I think it's theorized that, like, Granny Smith and, like, a bunch of the other characters died because Applejack has Granny Smith's little scarf thing, if I remember correctly, and Apple Bloom has Golden Delicious, I believe, or is it Golden? I think it's Golden Delicious. I don't remember exactly, but I think it is like theorized, if not like pretty much canon, that they ended up dying, which makes sense given how far we seem to leap into the future. Here we are. Like, I would not be surprised about, like, them having passed, which is sad. And it's especially sad when you, like, look back at episodes, you think they were pretty old as is, yeah. But, like, it's really sad when you look at old episodes, like, look back at episodes like the one, where Rainbow Dash took the ball to, I think it was Philadelphia, or, I don't don't know. I don't remember. The to ride the Blue Yonder and became honored. Jesus Christ. But became an honored member of the Golden Girls or whatever it's called. I don't remember. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's really sad to think about like how that would affect like the Apple family and Rainbow Dash, given they were all so close. And like they base that on the Golden Girls, yeah. But like I can see like in the future, like Rainbow Dash wouldn't want to continue on the Golden Gals because like she would feel like she was dishonoring their memory, but like Applejack. Hang on one second. But like Applejack and others would convince her to carry on their memory by continuing to take some of the new littles, or I guess not the littles, but some of the new ponies and some like the Pinky family people still on that annual trip, like to honor their memory. But yeah. But going back to Apple Bloom here for a second. I'll add that to the counter of tangent later. But Apple Bloom would eventually break it off with Tender Taps, because she didn't want to hold him back from his life dreams, but just knew that like she couldn't be in a relationship with somebody who was gone all the time and that she barely got to see. And I think that, and like, I don't know exactly like how it would work out, but somehow later on the line she ends up dating both Pipsqueak and Silver Spoon. And they're all super sweet, and Silver Spoon actually loves being able to help on the farm and has specifically, like, I don't know if it was ever stated, like, what her actual special talent was, like, she has a silver spoon, so it's implied that, like, just, oh, she's supposed to be rich? I don't know. Again, I'm not sure if it's, like, ever stated. But, like, I feel like she helped Diamond Tiara, like, now be, like, members of the board of the school to keep it better funded. But she also just always felt like a fashionista to me, so I kind of feel like she would, take up clothing, and especially would take up farmer clothing after starting to date Apple Bloom, and like try to make it both like extremely functional and easier for farm ponies to be able to afford. I don't know, something along that line. Then they'd have two foals. Again, I haven't come up with names for them yet. I need to. I really do. A Silver Spoon is a medium born and raised in Wells, but given she's a very smart pony as a small, I think she would probably go to be part of either her parents' business or would have a business of her own. Yeah, exactly. I can see her having her own like business. But again, I feel like after everything that happened at the school, her and Diamond Tiara would be very much like, hey, we want to make sure the school stays constantly funded from now on. So like, but the school never has to worry about like being low on money or like the playground ever breaking down again. Like, I feel like she'd be very much like wanting to help the school that raised her after a while. But going back to the family tree for a second, we have the mother and father of Applejack, Apple Bloom, and Big Mac of Hair Butter and Bright Mac. Then we have Hair Butter's parents, Butter, who are grandparent, and I searched up a family tree to try to get like any idea if people had theorized or if it had ever been stated like an actual like list of family members to connect the pie family and the apple family. And somebody put as the name to Applejack's parent as Butterbiscuit, and I was like, that's perfect for Pear Butter's mother to be named. Like, that fits so well. But then going over to Bright Mac's parents, obviously we have Granny Smith. And I decided to come up with a character called Cosmic Chris. Because I don't think it's ever stated that Granny, like, who actually Bright Mac's father is. But after that, we have Granny Smith's parents, who I saw some again on the same post about Biscuit or Butter Biscuit. Somebody named Granny Smith's parents Stanley Smith and Pokey Oats, and I really love that name. So I was like, okay, yes, I steal. Then the parents of Pokey Oats are Ginger Gold and Barley, who again I just thought those were good names given the Apple's family tree. But going up the family tree to Ginger Gold, we get to her sister, Rosie Quartz. Again, all of these are basically just my own characters of me trying to connect the mess that is the apples and pies. But going over here, we have Rosie Quartz and Posy Pop, who had two kids, Moonstone and Jasper Orr. And Jasper Orr ended up being with Fiddlehooves, who had their daughters, Apple Rose and Granny Pie. Now the reason I added Apple Rose over to the pie side of the family is because, again, I saw online when I was looking up a bunch of this stuff to get ideas that somebody put Apple Rose and Granny Pie together, and I was like, hey, that's actually a really interesting concept for them to have been siblings. And I was like, yeah, I like that concept. I know it doesn't make much sense story-wise then why nobody would have known that the pies and apples were actually related, but it just doesn't always need to make sense. But then we have the husband to Granny Pie, who is Feldspar Granite Pie, and their son Igneous Rock Pie, and then his wife Cloudy Quartz. And then we get into the pie side of the family fully, with Limestone Pie, Maud Pie, who has married Mudbriar, and they have a son who, again, a lot of this is me just having come up with names and being too lazy to do so. So I'll probably do that in the stream. Don't worry about it too much. But after passing them, we have Pinkie Pie and Cheese Sandwich, who have Little Cheese, who I've decided to name for this AU Swiss Cheesecake. And then we have Marble Pie. And then now we got to go back a bit. We got to tiptoe back ourselves here a bit. So going back over to the apple side of the family, we go to all the way back to the beginning with Starburst Zap and her boyfriend, Rapid Time. And Rapid Time is the son of Saffron Masala. I'm probably saying that wrong. And Fancy Pants. And this was purely a crack ship that popped up because I was like, you know, I want to draw some next gen characters. I'm gonna use a My Little Pony. Okay, but Mud Pie. It's both the type of pie and both the environment of rocks and branches. You do make a good point. You make a damn good point. Just casually don't mind me. to what we going back. Silent phone. Why are you going off so much? What are you doing? Who's doing what? But going back to rapid time. Wow, my suggestion made it in. I'm honored. Your suggestion made it. But I imagine Fancy Pants would find the restaurant one day after seeing positive reviews from Rarity and would want to check it out, and would actually really enjoy seeing but I would really enjoy what saffron masala has to make, and actually really enjoy the fact that she's not as uptight as a bunch of the other hang on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'll be back one more time. Sorry. Sorry about that. Where was I? Oh yeah. But Fancy Pants would actually enjoy the fact that she's a lot more free than a lot of the unicorns, and in Equestria, or not in Equestria, in Canterlot. I would slowly enjoy her company more and more. And eventually the two would start dating, which probably would honestly put a bit of a damper on Fancy Pants' name, but like he wouldn't care. I hate the fact that they have so many restaurants that only give you itty bitty portions in Camelot. I know it sucks. I hope afterwards that they're like more, like they have a bunch more restaurants that are like, here are giant proportions of food. Like, I could hope. Because it did seem like at the end of the episode, like, a lot of restaurants were like, we're gonna go back to the way we used to make food. But going up to Fancy Pants for a second, you'll notice that we have Rarity here. And Rarity is an ex of Fancy Pants. I feel like the two would have tried dating for a bit, but just wouldn't work out for one reason or another, so they would break it off. And then, I love the idea that, like, at least for a while, because all her other friends were getting partners, Rarity would start to feel upset and left out, like for not having a partner herself, and she would start feeling like she lost her touch because she was able to, like, at least get the attention of sound so easily when she was younger. And because of this, she would, like, fall into dating Tenderhoof or Trenderhoof for a while, but they just wouldn't work out for several reasons, probably. And that they would break it off. And hopping over to Trenderhoof for a second, I do think after the breakup, like, he would still be hanging around Ponyville for a bit to get inspiration. And would run into Cheerilee. And I like to imagine, like, he was infatuated with her the same way he was infatuated with Applejack for a bit. And, like, Cheerilee would entertain it more so as just a crush, since she's seen, like, a bunch of the kids have crushes on before and has been, like, or has seen a bunch of the kids have crushes on each other before and just been there to, like, kind of support them to take it easy, and would do the same to Trenderhoof. But after a while of realizing that this love infatuation wasn't like what he had with Applejack, the two would start dating, and he would actually really like what Ponyville has to offer and, like, officially move in. And then they have their non-binary child, Sweet Ace. Because, yes. Also, that I will say that did start due to the same random ship generator, but after a while I was like, this could actually be cute. If given the time. If given the time for these two to warm up. But after I feel like after both having lost relationships with Fancy Pants and Trenderhoof, Rarity would decide that she's gonna focus on herself for a bit and not on trying to find a relationship. But that's when Capper would come back into her life due to visiting Ponyville as a peace visit to keep alliance between Equestria and where he lives. Which, by the way, this is kind of based on the crap, I don't remember the name of the comics off the top of my head, but there are these comics that kind of solidify that, like, a bunch of different races have their own version of the Elements of Harmony, the IDW comics, and how a bunch of them have their own kind of Elements of Harmony scattered throughout. You know the one I mean? Yeah. And I, like, find that idea really interesting, and so I'm like, I'm gonna just sneak this in. You know, they're both canon. They can both be canon. Nobody can stop me. I dare you to try. But during one of these peace meetings to keep alliances up, he decides that he wants to visit Carousel Boutique in hopes that Rarity is working at the one in Ponyville, and in hopes that he can catch her and meet up, which he's able to. And the two meet up and end up bonding a lot over what has gone down since they last met. And they decide that they want to keep in better touch via letters. So they start writing to each other and start to realize that they do have unspoken feelings for each other, but neither of them really do anything with them at first. One, because Capper has a lot on his plate already with having to help run a still newly forming kingdom, and Rarity is still trying to stick to her guns about, like, oh, I don't need a man in my life. I can function fine on my own, and, like, trying to stick hard to, like, figuring herself out first before getting in another relationship. But eventually the two would realize that they really just have such strong feelings for each other that they just want to be together. And I feel like at first, like, they'd be hesitant since Capper has to travel so much due to friend-zoning Capper. I feel like at first she would friend-zone Capper. Like, at first she'd do it just cause she's like wants to stick so heavily to like, no, I'm my own, I can be my own pony without being in a relationship. And like, Capper would respect that and be like, okay, yeah, I totally get that. But then eventually she'd just be like, fuck, I like him too. But eventually they would both realize that they have really heavy feelings for each other and would be cautious at first because like Capper has to keep going back to the kingdom, and because of that they have to live so far from each other so much. But they still try to make it work. And getting into the children here, we have Peplum, who is their daughter. We have their son, who, again, I still have yet to name. And we have an adopted brother, who is actually one of Twilight's students, who, after they graduated from the School of Magic, she offered them to Capper as an assistant, since they wanted to learn more about different creatures and wanted to travel the world. So Capper having to go to and from places and having to keep up relationships with other kingdoms, he would have like a front row seat to a lot of stuff that goes on between different kingdoms there. And eventually, like, he becomes sort of an adopted sibling to the Bell family, with him having been like an older brother to hurting Capper's children and being treated like a son by Rarity Capper. He does have his own parents, who I may or may not come up with. I don't know. We'll see. But because his job requires him to spend so much time with Capper and Rarity, he does enjoy their company a lot. But and then obviously we have Sweetie Belle. Ah! The throw didn't work, Tristan. Haha! No, it did. Fuck, I couldn't see. Damn it. You got me. You got me in the lung. To clarify, I decided to message in Tristan's stream. And he's like, wait, Silver, aren't you supposed to be streaming right now? And I just said, just no one needs to know. So he decided to come in and throw stuff at me. But yeah, that is the majority of the MLB family tree I have right now. The biggest part is obviously the Apple family tree, trying to weasel in and connect it to the Pie family. Since, again, it's never really, like, brought up how Applejack and Pinkie Pie are cousins, but, like, I love them being cousins so much. I was like, I'm willing to take the time to try to figure out, like, what is a reasonable gap between the two of them, or, like, them being cousins. It takes a lot more thinking than first thought, because, like, at first it seems like, oh, just make him, like, follow similar paths. But then you have to remember that. Well, you gotta make sure that Cloudy and Igneous are younger than Granny Smith. And then, like, you gotta think about, like, well, how many connections would this require to reasonably be a gap in the Apple family's knowledge that the pies were related to them? But yeah, going back over, I totally also forgot for a second to show off Rapid Time. This is him. He is my son. I love him. I will defend him with my life. He is a very good boy. He just tries his best to help his family. He works as like a waiter at his mom's restaurant. I love him and I will defend him with my life. But with all that said, we're gonna do a tiny bit of base editing now that we're here. Because I'm bored and we can. Also, I'm eating dinner, don't mind me. I will say this stream probably not gonna be long. But just like, I want to. Super back my mouth.
this world that everything that you see before your eyes,
To DeviantArt for the faces.
everything that there is,
Uh, where are the specific bases? Oh god, the music's bugging out. God damn it. I don't know why it just randomly does that. It just does. Excuse me. The There we go. I don't know why the music just randomly. Hopefully it's better now.
Reckless way of thinking about it. There we go. Do.
Also, I will say, like, one of the biggest questions I have in terms of MLP is why are there not more adult Blink Flinks? I will sit here and tell you, I still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't have my cutie mark yet. How do they all have their cutie marks when they hit puberty? What the hell? I have. Like, I did. Like, just. I have so many questions. How do so many of them know their special talent by the time they hit puberty? What is this malarkey? Forget how much of fucking fight it is. Hang on. I'm just gonna. Gonna do that. Then we're going. I forget how paint works sometimes. I need to relearn the days of old. I'm relearning the days of paintables. There we go. Honestly, I might do an MLP base edit art stream sometime in the future of just a bunch of my friends. I might. I may. dare you come here when I'm focusing on base editing? You bitch! Get out of here! Come on, get! Last night. Don't know how that happened. There we go. Oh god. Something else okay? So I should be able to, in theory, okay, there we go. Perfect. I don't know why it's doing that weird. Oh god, I need to drink something. You attack my man. You're on my desk. Yeah. I keep hearing the music knock and it keeps freaking me out. So jittery, zooming out. Do it. Ah! I just threw something at me. Christian, how could you? You jump scared me. Ah, no. Because I can. Fair enough. Take a picture. I don't know if it's just because I copied these faces from my own packet that messes them up, but like these faces get fucking, I don't know, they get weird, and then on only some of the edges they get slightly discolored. struggle is real. The struggle is real. The struggle. You're fine, and now you're not. Why? I forgot how much of a bitch face editing can be at times, especially when the edits don't cooperate. I'm gonna go intense mode for a second. Do not go any further back than that. This will work. I just realized, is this what I think it is? No, it isn't. It just sounds very similar to it. Okay. Harder, not harder. Baby. I just woke up my cat. I just realized now I totally forgot to respond to a message you sent me, or no. I have to respond to later. Moral of the story of today: if you're using MS Paint, don't use the fill bucket tool. For some reason, it breaks everything. If I don't get copyright strikes the fuck out on Twitch, I'm probably gonna get copyright struck the fuck out on YouTube, and I accept that back. That seems like it should all be good. An itch. Just scratch an itch. Alright. Now we can Kay really just fucked up everything for me, man. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, no! I returned instead of half looking, but I'm doing sky stuff, gotta get them candies. Thank you for the tsunami coffee.
Vista tanto per benino, si offre a far da guida per la città. Pedro, 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 praticamente il meglio di si sarà Pedro, 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 Pedro.
Thank you for the Pedro coffee. I'm a little bit too excited for it to do Help Wanted 2 tomorrow, if you can't tell. So many people on my list of Twitch are streaming right now. Damn. still saying, like, one streamer might just set aside to do base edits for friends, because why not? I might do that for the base edit day of Drawtober. I'm feeling like it. I just got jump scared by Spotify. I was not prepared for 8-bit thriller. Bye. You got scared by bootleg thriller, for real. Oh, did you bring out Cardamon? Cardamon is here! I'm so glad that actually works. Cardamon is here to watch over the stream. I need to add the slime into this. Not gonna lie, this version of Tiller is a bop. It is. Yep. No. That is. There we go. This is chill. I'm sunken here. I'm sunken real hard. hear them. Alright. Here. Strangling. Oh, is that? Trying to figure out how I have my key. We're going to unclip this. Oh, that's okay. Let's snag this. No, I think I'm gonna leave that as is. But I am going to do this. When you want to do more stuff, but it's bedtime, it is indeed bedtime. Don't want to go to bed, but you gotta go to bed. But you gotta go to bed, man. You gotta get to eat. I love how I said this was gonna be like a 2-hour stream, and here I am because I had to fight the pace. No, but I don't want to. Well, that's too damn bad. Go to bed or no more Kaiser watching. No more Kaiser watch together if you don't go to bed. That would do it. Go to bed, man. Well then, like I said, no Kaiser watch together party for you. Damn, I would be really surprised if I don't get copyright for this shit, even if it is a separate made one. Imagine I use this at a tail party game. That'd be really cool, honestly. You know the pirate's gonna do the worm. Oh, absolutely. That man's would rock the worm. Let's do the 2-foot shuffle, yes. Guess it's last year's being that just come like time for Christmas. You know the angry dumb would love Halloween. Oh, absolutely. many things to possess. Look at him. Karaoke stream for Halloween, JK. Listen, that might happen regardless, okay? There he is. We have gone 30 minutes over time we were supposed to, so I'm gonna call off stream here. Thank you so much to everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stream. For real, again, maybe. We'll see. I might just do a little, like, midday stream or something just dedicated to karaoke. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. It all depends. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure to follow and make sure to subscribe to most of my YouTube channels if you want to see when the VODs are uploaded. Or to work on my main channel where we're currently doing bug tables. If you want to see more content from me in general, check out H's Chaos for me, Coffee, and a bunch of other friends. All get together and be goofballs. I will see you all tomorrow, where Coffee and Wolfie are going to be joining me as I work my way through Help Wanted 2. And hopefully everything won't break, but we'll see. And the day after, me, Coffee, and Sam are going to be playing the next episode of the Soul Link Nuzlocke. But with all that said, we are going to find somebody to raid, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. What can I raid? It looks like the Haunted Arcade is still open playing Silent Hill 2, so we'll send you all over to them. So be nice to Elliot and Kari if they are there. And I will see you all next time. Snatcher, plays out, buddy.